I'm going to give you a few tips or frameworks which might help you. So try applying some of those. Probably if you have this dilemma, it can solve. Probably some of you might also aware of this. So therefore I said the first part of this talk is mostly about some of this information which is out there. I'm trying to bring it to the table, to the audience, trying to make it more structured and trying to make it simpler for you to understand and apply. The method's choice really depends upon two things. What is your research question? And the second thing is the context. We'll speak about these, and I'm going to speak about different um, methodologies or different frameworks which you can apply around these research questions and context to define for your particular type of research problem.
The key question which we have at hand is really, what is naturalness? We don't know, then how would I define the product? How do I design the product? What would help the naturalness? What would make the product more natural to the user? This is not known, so it's an abstract question. Again, whether the naturalness really depend upon person to person. For what I feel as natural, does it mean that you would also feel same thing as natural? Or probably these are different perception, or are there any common understanding among human beings about being natural? This also was not known, so I'm trying to take this problem right from bottoms up, like what we have at hand and how we approach it. Then what all different parameters or factors does it really depend upon? Remember, we spoke in the first part of the session, we spoke about users context and ideas context. Here the user context is not clear. If you go back to those frameworks which I spoke about, works can help solve 95% of your research questions. I'm bold out here. I don't know which of the research methods will really work because the user context is not clear. So what framework I can? All these questions are never answered. And after answering these questions, probably only then we can design some way how to design the natural user experience. This kind of method assumes that we human beings, we always think in terms of imagery. um, Whenever we speak of something, whenever we try to express something, there is always imagery in our mind. We give it words, we articulate or express it in terms of words in order to express it to others. And not everybody is equally good in terms of usage of words to express their feeling. Okay. So whenever you want to try and understand what's there in user's mind, words will not help so much because words are biased. On the other hand, if we use something like images or metaphors, probably we are bang on in terms of understanding the feelings better. Okay. And what metaphors does is metaphors can stimulate some kind of a cognitive or emotional side of human mind, and it can keep people going. So I started this talk by two messages. I mentioned that there is a placeholder for two messages. I'm almost hitting upon, like, this has been 3 hour mark, right? So it's been long. The first one was related to research question, the context of the user, and the ideas context and the choice of the research method. The second one was like, I wanted to give you message that you got to stick to your research question, and your aim is to get user empathy. But in the process of doing that, probably some of these conventional research methods may not help. So and it may not help because your research problem, if you are doing some innovation ideation, then and some of the innovative product, especially in the social innovation space, then probably you are dealing with a difficult research problem. So don't hesitate to innovate your research approach. That's my second message. I conclude by saying that I really hope you all, that you, in your approach, in your project, in your ideas going forward, you are motivated to use user-centered design, and hope you all crack all different kinds of research problems you tackle through use of the right research methods. Yeah, so I'm thanking you for giving me this opportunity to give a talk. And these are some contacts where you can contact me, primarily on LinkedIn if you want to connect with me. And I'm just taking this opportunity to share another initiative which I'm starting maybe in few days, maybe few weeks, through LinkedIn. if people like you have some questions, if you are dealing with some dilemma related to research problems, I'm trying to host some user research cafe hours where you can connect if you are interested. Open. This is open for all. This is free for all. Just as a knowledge sharing and interaction session.